Okay. Whew. Hey guys, it's me, Traveler Lily, here back again with another book review. Here on YouTube. I know it's been a while since I did my last book review, and I'm sorry, I just need to go on a little break, and I just kept putting off finishing the second book of the selection series, The Elite, by Kiera Cass. Yeah. And let's get closer, that way you guys can see me a little bit better. Anyway, yeah. I know, like I said before, like a few seconds ago, that I put off, finishing this book and doing a book review on this just because, to be honest, I was being lazy. I know that's, like, really not the best excuse ever, to not finish a book and do a book review on it. I'm sorry. It's not like the best excuse ever. I've been meaning to finish this and do, well, a book review, which I'm doing right now supposed to be doing on right now, of The Elite, Book 2 of the Selection series. And, yeah, that was really my excuse for not doing a book review. After 2 weeks of doing a book review on the first book of the Selection series was just because of being lazy. So anyway, yeah, I finally managed to get myself motivated to finish this book. Finally. I was nearly done with this book before I got motivated and finished this just today, since I did a book review on it, so it's fresh in my mind. So yeah, I already started the third book already, so I'm a pretty quick reader. I'm pretty quick to, start a book after just finishing the previous ones. So. Yeah, anyway, it's time for me to stop rambling on about my excuses and all that, and to do a book review on The Elite by Kiera Cass. Book 2 of the Selection series. So, if you guys haven't seen my, last book review of the Selection series, book 1, called The Selection, then I will leave it in a link in the description below, for you guys to check that out. I decided that I wanted to put links in my descriptions of my YouTube videos, because I felt like, oh yeah, that'd be, I think, a more interesting way to promote my channel and my book review, and have a lot more people see my book reviews, and that way it's easy to do, and that way people might try to, go to my channel, look at my playlists, and, just look up other book reviews, so decided to do that, just let you know. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to leave a link in the description below. Oh, excuse me, sorry, I burped a little, if I didn't hear it, but anyway. I'm going to leave a link in the description below to my previous book review of the Selection series, which is the Selection book 1 of the Selection series. Ah, can't even say my words. So anyway, yeah. Basically, if you hadn't read book 1, or if you hadn't seen my first book review of the Selection series, then you probably don't know what I'm about to talk about yet, so I would highly recommend either checking out my last review on it, or just, reading the book yourself, either on your iPad if you have Kindle, or go to a local bookstore like Barnes and Nobles, or anywhere that basically sells these books, as long as it's, near you, or whatever, And it sells them like a bookstore, like I said, like anywhere that basically sells books, and it has this. But anyway, yeah, basically, in the last book, it kind of ends off with America basically not deciding who she wants to be with. Either the prince, Maxon, who loves her and she, has feelings for her, and she, is trying to, figure out her feelings for him. But at the same time, she, also still in a way kind of loves her ex-boyfriend, Acepin, who is now a guard at the palace, protecting, people there, and now he's like a 2. And yeah, so she's trying to figure that all that out, and at the same time, now she's like one of the 6 girls still left in the selection, which basically the prince has to choose from, and basically the 6, like I said in last video, are called the Elite, which hence the name of the book, The Elite. So hey, and also the last plus, she has the selection going on, and she has all these duties she has to do while trying to, figure out feelings for the prince and all that, and if she still wants to be with the ex-boyfriend, Acepin. But the only part, it gets explained. Let me start from the beginning, because I know I'm kind of going all over the place with this. It kind of starts off, with her kind of, with her thoughts of, who she wants to, be with, with her ex-boyfriend, Acepin, or the prince. And it kind of, I believe it starts off with her taking a walk through the gardens with, Maxon. I mean, it's been a while since I've, read the book, because, like I said, it's been 2 weeks since I last even looked at the book, and I just finished it today, so... Anyway, I don't really remember much of the book. It's, like I said, 2 weeks. So, I remember enough to the point of where I can do a book review, so, yeah. Anyway, yeah, she's kind of, going on a walk with Maxon, and, it's like the usual things that they do. Together. And suddenly, they're having this conversation, and it's, one of the usual conversations and everything. And so... Basically, he's been talking to the girls and everything. Of course, he hasn't decided on who he wants to, marry, and of course, he still loves America, and it's this crazy thing that she has to go through, because he's waiting for her to make up her mind, and hoping that she will choose him, and, get over her ex-boyfriend and all that. But what Maxon doesn't know is that her ex-boyfriend is, basically a guard at the palace. And so he has no idea that, her ex-boyfriend's, guarding her or anything like that, and it's but her ex-boyfriend knows who Prince Maxon is. He knows what he looks like. But Maxon doesn't know what her ex-boyfriend looks like. So he's not aware of him being at the palace whatsoever or anything. So it's basically kept secret from Prince Maxon that they've been talking. That her ex-boyfriend and her have been talking, and he's guarding everything. So anyway. Yeah, basically, near the beginning of it, she's trying to figure out her feelings and everything, and, it's basically what the entire book is about, is her trying to figure out her feelings for him and everything, and what she wants to do and everything. And the king, of course, does not like her at all. Any reason, because he thinks all the other girls who are competing against her are qualified to be queen of, the country, and, of course, she, doesn't think she'll make it, but at the same time, she kind of wants to be there because, she has feelings for him, and his feelings for Prince Max are not the king, but, anyway, Prince Maxon basically shows her a room, eventually later in, I think it was, later in the beginning of the book, or somewhere halfway through, that there's this room full of hidden history of the country when it was first being created in the new, system, with the casts, with casts ranging from 8 to 1, and, basically, for those who don't know what the caste system is, I mentioned it in my previous review of what the caste system is and everything, and things, so check that out in the description. So, anyway, basically, shows her history, and and remember, like, no one really has any idea what Halloween is, and so basically, um, excuse me, um, she learns about Halloween and all that, and Prince Maxon decides the Halloween party for for the palace, and and of course the elites families could come, and he could meet the family and everything. It's like, and so he meets the family and everything, goes before the Halloween party and everything, and excuse me again. And so basically that goes well and everything, and there's been also rebel attacks, which kind of go on throughout this book as well. There's more rebel attacks as well, so it's like throughout the book as well, so that they also have to do with that. And then there's also like where they have to do like a little, like, I don't know, it's like a little party, I guess, for like different vendors and stuff like that, for like people from different countries that they have to impress. And so anyway, yeah, that I think, yeah, the vendors stuff I think take place after the Halloween party, because like during the Halloween party, like after the Halloween party and everything, after Maxon says that he wants to be with America for the rest of his life and everything and all that, and that there's like this whole this whole Halloween party. I don't remember much of the Halloween party. Sorry, guys. It's been a while. Yeah. Basically what happens at the Halloween party, and before the vendors, is that, Marley, one of America's closest friends, is caught, being in an affair with a guard, which is against the rules that the girls have to follow. And, so yeah, Marley and the soldier that she was caught being in an affair with, basically, I think, the hands get beaten, I don't know, like with a whip or whatever. And of course, America tries to stop it, and, she's all freaked out. Of course, she's taken away to her room, and she's crying, and she's all upset. And she's mad at Maxon for not doing anything about it, because, she felt like he didn't do anything, that he should have done something about it, but he didn't. And all that. And, yeah, and so basically what happens is that, she's sad, she just come out with everybody there, and she thinks it's an awful thing, and her family is concerned, and her family was there to witness Marley, get whipped, whatever, and, of course, they had to leave, like, and stuff, so it's like, yeah, it's kind of really upsetting for her and everything, and so then Marley gets cast down to an 8, and is sent away. So now Marley's eliminated from the selection. So now it's down to 5 girls and not 6. So now America has to compete with 4 other girls for the crown and for Prince Maxon's heart. And so basically, she then gets partnered up with, I believe, Chris, I think, for the vendor, like I mentioned before. And they have to, like, entertain, like, certain people from, like, certain countries or whatever, and they have to, like, do this certain stuff and criteria in order to, move forward with the selection, or they'll be eliminated. And so it's, like, one of these many things where, they'll get eliminated if they don't, like, do a good job or anything. And so basically, yeah, they pass. But, yeah, so basically all 5 girls pass. And, so basically it continues from there with different, like, stuff that they have to go through, and it's like this whole entire thing of where it's like America's trying to figure out her, and there's like more rebel attacks, and it's like this entire thing of where, she is trying to, figure out who she wants to be with, either with her ex-boyfriend Ace Pin or Prince Maxon, and she's still confused about all that and everything. But one day, I think she was going to talk to Prince Maxon, I think. I totally forgot what it was. She ends up seeing Maxon with Celeste, who, if you don't know who Celeste is, it's a girl who completely, despises America, who she also does not like either. They hate each other, and so basically, they don't get along at all. And, she basically sees Prince Maxon and Celeste together, and Celeste is, like, half naked. Like, legit half naked. And, of course, the flirting, and, of course, both Prince Maxon and, America know that Celeste is kind of like this brat who kind of manipulates stuff around and kind of, is responsible for a couple other girls being eliminated from the selection in the previous book. And, so yeah, she sees that because Maxon sees America, who's hiding, and who had seen him with half-naked Celeste. in a hallway or in a room, whatever. I forgot where it was, but anyway, yeah. America then runs away, and then so basically later on, Maxon tries to explain to her, but America completely ignores him and everything, and it's like this whole thing. And America, of course, who had gotten the guy who founded Illyria, that's the new name of the United States' name. So yeah, basically she's reading his journal about his life and what took place in the making of their country and the caste system and everything, and she's of course going through the history of it and the secrets and what he's playing. Yeah, it's basically a whole bunch of secrets that went on within like the making of the caste system and what he thought of doing and everything, and it's like this entire thing of where she basically reads and she keeps hidden in a room, and no one else knows about this journal and the secret history of the country or anything, except for Prince Maxon and I believe the king. I don't know. I think the king might know. And I think Aespen eventually discovers it, but anyway. Well, he discovers about, her keeping diary and everything. Near the end of the book. Anyway, yeah, she basically discovers the part that he wanted to take away the caste system and that there would be no caste, and so she, or I think that was what it was, I don't know. Either way, she wants to, get rid of the caste, and so basically, I totally lost what I was going to say. Sorry. Basically, it's basically an event where they have to give a presentation on what they would do to make the country better if they were queen. And so, basically what happens is America can't think of anything to present in front of the people, on TV or anything, because she doesn't know what she can do to make the, system better or anything, and the girls are all way ahead, and they already know what the system, they already know what their plans are for the system and everything, and so she then gets the idea to do a poster of the caste system and everything, and reveal secret information from the diary of the journal, that she's been hiding, and present this in front of everyone, including sort of the king, queen, and Prince Maxon, and it's like, yeah, and so basically, what happens is that the day and the time to visit everything happens, and she eventually, after the four girls do the presentations and everything, she basically gets up to present with her, her materials and everything, and presents, and of course, right after she presents, the king is mad, because she presented, in front of everyone on TV, that she wanted to demolish the caste system, that she wanted to get rid of the caste system, so that way there would be, no more caste, that way no one could be placed in a caste system and be one of the caste system. And of course, the king is outraged because he doesn't want more rebel attacks upon the kingdom, because that of course they want to get rid of the caste system. They have something against the king, queen. Oh, sorry guys, low battery. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, the rebels have a lot of things against, like, the king and queen and, you know, Prince Max and everything. So it's like, he's furious for her for saying that on TV, and, you know, the rebels might have heard her saying, demolish the caste system. And so, anyway, yeah, basically the king basically tells her to, you know, leave. She's, you know, basically almost eliminated from the selection. And so basically she is getting ready to leave and, you know, leave, you know, Acepin behind, you know, because Acepin has to stay at the palace, you know, to guard people and of course, never see Prince Maxon again. Who he thinks she's never gonna see again and anything, and their entire trust and relationship's gonna fall apart due to the fact, you know, what happened with the presentation and everything, you know, it's like, ugh. Anyway, yeah, she's about to leave, and Prince Maxon comes up to her and says that she's able to stay, but she has to. But the king said to, you know, Maxon to tell her that she has her tongue and she has to act more like a lady and everything, or she'll be removed from the selection. So anyway, yeah, she goes back to her room and everything, and so basically she could stay. And so basically what happens is that the king basically, I guess he warns her about, like, being, you know, warns her about, like, being, you know, about being a lady, and about how she should stay in line, or else, you know, she'll make an enemy out of the king, and she doesn't want that. But at the same time, like, I just feel like it's a threat to her, I think, because, like, it sounded like a threat in the book, because, like, when I was reading it, I was like, okay, it kind of sounded like as it was a threat, sort of, to her. Like, he said, oh yeah, if you don't, like, stay in line, you'll never be as good as these other girls, or whatever. But if you don't stay in line or anything, then I will, you know, whatever. But I guess in some way it was a warning / threat of sorts, I guess. But anyway, yeah, yeah, basically that's how he, you know, leaves it with her, and basically, yeah, and so basically, Maxon says that her and him, you know, Prince Max and her, you know, America, have to rebuild the trust, because the trust, you know, is not there, because, like, so far, America can trust Maxon, but Maxon, you know, has no reason to trust America, and America realizes he's right, America realizes, what have I done to, like, you know, earn the trust of him, you know, to put, you know, trust and faith in her, you know. And so now it's at the point where, you know, her ex-boyfriend's avoiding her and everything, and she's trying to, like, rebuild her trust with Prince Maxon, and now her maids, who are happy to, you know, have a, you know, for her not to leave, and of course all four of them are, you know, good friends, and so they try to help America win the crown and win Prince Maxon's heart, because they believe that the crown should go to America and no one else. So yeah, so they try to in some way help her win the crown, not like, you know, killing one or anything. No, just try to help her win in a more civil way of doing it. You know, just by winning the crown. Prince Max's heart and everything. So yeah, it's gonna, like, she basically, America at the end, vows to rebuild a trust with Prince Maxon and become the future queen of Illyria, who she wants to do. But it's like, same time, it's like really hard, because it's like she still has to compete with four little girls who are a lot more qualified for becoming queen than she is. And so I think most of this book speaks about her being confused about where her heart lies, and at this point she's 17 years old and everything, and it's like, really, that's a lot of pressure put on a 17-year-old girl. It's like, what the fuck? Oops, sorry, said a bad word. Sorry, did not mean to say the F word on YouTube. I'm so sorry if any children said that or heard it. I'm so sorry, I did not mean that. I meant to say WTF, but oops, sorry. Sorry about that. If any little kids are watching this, I'm so sorry if I said a bad word. Sorry to the parents. If your kids start saying a bad word, I'm so sorry if I offended you. Sorry, but I don't mean that. Hopefully your kids don't hear me say that. But anyway, yeah. I really enjoyed it. I just felt like this book just mainly focused on her being confused and what boy she wanted to choose. Like, I just felt like, I don't know, just didn't really have as much action as I hoped it would have in it. Like, I mean, it's understandable, I guess, because it kind of needs to focus on her being in love triangle and her doing different events and her being the selection and everything. And I just hope with the third book, which I began reading, has more action in it and moves a little more faster in the story than it did in this book, because this book was kind of slow in terms of like storyline, because like there were certain plots of where it's like I just wanted it to like go faster and just like, okay, yeah, this is, yeah, no. It's like, what? Like, what, like, I'm thinking, what are they doing? Like, this, like, how, and I'm thinking, like, the venue, like, the vendor scene, I'm thinking, what does this have to do with anything at all with the plot line? And I'm thinking, okay, yeah, I might have to something with entertaining guests and everything, you know, the pals or whatever. But it's like, how does that relate to America, choosing who she wants to be with? I don't know. I mean, anyway, but overall, I thought it was pretty okay in terms of like that. I think, like, you know, her being confused like any other teenager, you know, who she is and wants to be with, and like I liked that. That's what I liked about this book, was that, as well, is that it really captured the whole teenager aspect of you know, a teenager being confused on who she wants to be with, and having to choose between more than one, you know, between two guys. Like, I find that very realistic in a way, and very realistic of how a teenager can be involved, like, you know, like in a country, because those two things can be like really realistic in terms of that, because in today's societies, you know, teenagers are being involved, you know, in the community, in the country, and all that. And so I found that really realistic, I think, because, like, it's like, you know, at the same time she's dealing with you know, with family issues and boy drama and the whole country. And so I find those three aspects really realistic and really relatable too, I think, you know, to her in a lot of ways. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. I would totally recommend this to anyone if you're into the whole future thing, you know, like Hunger Games. I mean, this definitely, because it definitely revolves around it definitely has like the Hunger Games aspect, except without the blood sport and the bachelorette, without, you know, quote unquote blood sport type thing. So yeah, if you're into like a series that kind of is like the Hunger Game type thing, then this definitely is a good series to read. And I would definitely recommend it for anyone who enjoys books like this, you know, so, yeah. I would definitely recommend this to anyone who enjoyed if you ever read the Hunger Games, then you'll probably enjoy this series too. You know, if you're into this kind of thing, I guess, you know. But, yeah. I really enjoyed this. I hope book 3, you know, is really good as well. And I hope book 3 has more action, you know, a little bit more action. And I just hope America finally chooses who she wants to be with and everything. So yeah, I really hope that goes down. And I can't wait to see what the rest of the series is like, because there are 5 books in the Selection series. So I can't wait to see what the last 3 books are about. So yeah, can't wait to see what happens. Yeah, and so, I will try to remember to put the link of the Selection series book review, the previous book review, you know, in the description, so that way, people can, you know, watch it and stuff like that. So yeah, please leave a like in the description below if you watched all the way through to the end and want to leave a like, or leave a comment down below if you want to comment. It's fine. Yeah, so anyway, see you guys next time. So, bye.